Ladies and gentlemen,
let's go fishing. I'm on a mission. It's so pretty, I'd sure hate to waste this chance. We'll find us a shady little spot, not too cool, not too high. Perfect for a little fishing and romance. Oh yes. There's nothing so inviting, nothing quite as exciting as a little fishing when they're biting. Let's go fishing.
Morning, guys. World's worst fisherman right here, guys. Got a trip this morning. Gonna do some long lines. Talking to an old buddy of mine. He's a good troller. What we're gonna do is put some 4-pound test line on them, and we're gonna put jigs on them. I'm gonna show you which jig we're gonna put on them. We're gonna put a double jig rig on them, just a BB size split shot. Back here. Gonna put some Andy's jigs, gonna put a couple Andy's jigs on there, guys. That's all it's gonna be on there. Also, gonna put a couple MUCK cities. Cocaine, gonna try cocaine, guys. And see which one they hit. The guy says he's been catching them doing this, putting 4-pound test line on. And so we're gonna give it a try and see how we do with these two different jigs this morning, guys. See this? And see which one wins. It's kind of the Robin Clegg challenge, you might say. Yeah. Captain Robin, guys, we're going to try something different today. I got a trip with two individuals, and we're going to start out pushing with minis right off the bat with the Muck City cane poles. Then we're going to switch over and do a little jigging with the Mafia jigging rods. And then we're going to do some long, when it gets a little bit later, we're going to do some long line and trolling with these, just these. Ain't gonna put no minis or nothing on it, no spinner. And the guy said that's where it's at. So we're gonna find out. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, we put the double jig rigs out, and my gosh, we started catching them 2 at a time. Of course, we go through the school of them. I could see them on the live target. Hats off to my old buddy Caleb there at Garrett's Tackle Shop. He's the one who put me onto this rig and said put 2 of them on there and just put the jigs on there. And it worked. It really worked. We was using cocaine. We was using cocaine jigs and Andy's jigs with a little chartreuse on them. The cocaine jig, Muck Cities, they caught more than the other one, but I think, you know, it's just all for fun. We just went through school of them. We'd catch 2 at a time, and we caught some short ones, but most of them were keepers. I mean, we really had a good morning. It was one of them days, guys, we pulled up there. Didn't matter where we stopped, we caught fish. I mean, the fish were just on there in the Kissimmee River. And, you know, it's just a good time, a really good time, guys. These two gentlemen are from Nebraska, and they come down to get out of the cold to go out with Captain Robin and catch some specks. And we did. I mean, we caught them, and we caught them. And good fishermen, guys. These old timers here. They knew how to fish. It's not their first rodeo, you might say, on that. They caught fish, you know. And but yeah, the double jig rig works. And I'm telling you, we put them back 70 to 80 yards. The 4-pound test. And we got down deep. I mean, we were right in the middle of the river. Guys was right in the middle of the river. And put a swivel on up above it, your double rig, so it don't twist on you. Because when you get 2 of them, we notice when you catch 2 at a time, and by the time you get in, they twirl around and they twist your lines. So put you a swivel or 2 up there when you rig up your double rig. Now, if you want to know how to do the double rig thing, stop in at Gerard's Tackle, guys, and talk to Caleb. Caleb will show you. He's when it comes to that kind of stuff, he's an expert, guys. He really is. You know, from spec fishing, the guy knows his stuff. But yeah, we was using 4-pound test line, and we was using Andy's jigs and MUCK City jigs, and both of them caught fish, guys. They really did. I use the long rods for the trolling today. Mafia long ones. I mean, I think they're 14 foot, so we can get way out there and get away from the boat, and it really worked out good. But yeah, we pulled over and started doing the MUCK City cane pole thing with the rods, and golly, I mean. Anywhere, like I said, anywhere we stopped, we caught fish. I mean, it really. Now tomorrow it could be a whole different thing. You might not go out there hardly catch anything. This is one of the most unpredictable years, I will say, on South Florida that I've ever been in down here. I mean, one day you catch them, and the next day you don't. And I talked to some of the guys. They had a Bass Online thing today, and I was talking to one of the guys I know real well, and he went down Tin House, and I think he caught 15 fish, and his biggest one was 8-pound. So the bass are coming in, okay, guys. The bass are coming in down around Tin House, and also down towards Worm Cove, below Indian Prairie, and Buckhead, and Kings Bar. But you got to go right. But the rascals are clear back here in about 2 foot of water, because that's all back here, and they're doing their thing. And the eelgrass, they're right on the edge of that eelgrass, building their nests. That's something to think if you want to do a little bass fishing, guys. Get down there and flip a jig in there, or flip a speed worm and on that nest, or even I used to flip I had a Zoom 6-inch. Lizard, and I'd always get the one with the green pumpkin or the watermelon with the chartreuse tail, so I could see that chartreuse tail when they grabbed it. If the water was a little bit murky. Some guys use white, but I didn't like using the white. I think that was just a little much, but they do it a lot, but I didn't. I used watermelon, but I always had that chartreuse tail so I could see it going down. Yeah, we just cruising along here, and kind of him guys talking about, one guy was in the military. He talked about his time in Germany back when the Vietnam War was going on, which, I run into the most interesting people doing on this job. I really do. I mean, the guys, outdoorsmen are just, good people, guys. I have never run into a bad person who liked to fish. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got a bond. If you love fishing, and you know what I'm talking about, we got a bond. You know what I'm saying? We all love the outdoors, and love catching fish. I mean, it really is a enjoyable hobby. You young people, you want something to take to the grave, start angling. Do a little bit of fishing. Hey, if the worst fisherman in the world can catch him, anybody can catch him, guys.
That is a beauty, Jim.
Yeah.
That's.
I want you to look at the size of the fish we was catching. I mean, these guys, they were putting some big fish in the boat. Yeah, they were. They was. Look at the size of the specks, guys. Almost 2 pounds. They got some giants. I mean, really caught some giants. We didn't have to measure hardly any fish. I think 3 we measured. The rest of them were all keepers. I mean, that's a good deal, guys. The one gentleman, he was, like I said, stationed in Germany. Then he went over in Hawaii, over to Pearl Harbor, and he said, "You talk about interesting. It was really interesting." He went out on the Arizona on the the memorial out there, where I think there was almost 2,000 sailors killed out there on that, and I mean, like I said, I meet the most interesting guys in this job. A lot of veterans. I meet a lot of veterans, and and they got some stories. All three of us, we started up the river this morning, and we didn't wear enough clothes. We didn't know it was going to be that cold, you know. But I was at the shop and it wasn't that bad, so I just had a t-shirt and my sweatshirt on there, my Garrett's Tackle Shop sweatshirt on. I thought I'll be all right. Well, about halfway up there, we was all shivered and shaking. We said, man, we should have wore some more clothes. But yeah, you know, live and learn. There's another good one, guys. He just pulled out there. I'm telling you, they were nice fish. And like I said, everywhere we pulled in, I don't care where it was, we caught fish. I mean, this is a day a blind man can catch them. You know what I'm saying? They just go up there on the river and to pull in anywhere, and you'll catch fish. We had one break off. I'm not sure what it was. It might have been. We just seen a gator come up there to the right of us. There, we seen a gator come up. Okay, and it was about 8 foot, 7, 8 foot, and I told them guys, I said, we're going to use out here and get away from it. I think that rascal took off, and when spooked, we went out there and hooked one of our lines, and luckily he didn't go through all of them, and he went right straight out and busted that line pretty quick. And I told them guys, I said, boy, that was a big fish. It wasn't a big fish. I think it was an alligator. I think an alligator snagged that line. And he thought of course, I didn't say no different. If he went, that'd be a fish story for him. We went back, but I think that gator, when he took off out through to deep water, I think he snagged that line. I mean, that Mock City pole bent double, and pow! That 4 pounds, that's cracked like a gun. But that was pretty exciting for a while there, you know. I thought, because we were talking about, you know, last week when it was really, really cold, I seen some juvenile tarpon floating and some snook and some cichlids. All them evasives, they can't take the cold weather. Kind of killed them. The guys kept me, these fellas from Nebraska, and they was talking about how cold it was up there, which I know it is. I mean, there's no hills in Nebraska, you know what I'm saying? It's all flat ground like Florida, and the wind always blows. But these guys just told me how cold it was up there. They said, you know, they was glad to get out of there. But yeah, that's the reason we didn't think we had to wear any clothes, because we figured, you know, that was a learning experience for me. Don't put some clothes on. They kept me busy. These fellas kept me busy. I'm telling you today, I kind of earned my money this morning, because these guys be pulling them in as fast as they was dropping them in there. And I thought, but they was having a big time laughing, and you know, and we was all giggling and having a good time. You know, and you always do when you catch fish. When you don't catch fish, very stressful and anxiety. But this morning, we were catching them. You know, just I don't know. It's like a yo-yo here. I mean, it's one day you do this, the next day you go out and you might catch 6. But my gosh, I think we caught 26, 27 keepers this morning. We really got into them, you know. I offered to clean them, but you know, a lot of guys, they clean them their own way. You understand? Everybody's got their own way of cleaning fish. You know, I fillet them out. I usually clean them from, I can take people out. I fillet them out and cut all the bones out of them. So, you know, a lot of people want to make sandwiches out of them and stuff. So, yeah, I just fish on, fish on. It was kind of a mutual thing this morning. I mean, the one brother caught them for about half hour, you know, 45 minutes, and the other brother would start catching them. So it wasn't a one pony show, you might say. That both of them were catching fish. I mean, you know, which is a good thing. That's if one guy's catching a lot of them and we're in a certain position, after a while I try to put the other guy in there.